Right, so you're in Paris and you want to stay longer than your original holiday, or you're not in Paris and you want to come to Paris and stay at least a year or something like that. I just found this page. I didn't actually know about this. It's a carte de séjour temporaire for visiteurs d'une étranger en France. So it's like a temporary visa for a foreigner, a foreign visitor in France. And basically, it sounds like if you want to stay in France for up to 1 year, and you can renew it. So it says below, it sounds like the key is going to be your financial resources, because you would have to show that you have a minimum, I think, of close to 1,400 euros per month, and because you're not allowed to work in France with this particular visa. And if you're European or Algerian, this does not apply to you, but everybody else, you would need to have this number here, 1,383 or 1,383.09 euros per month, each for 1 year, in order to get this particular of a year. And it could be your own resources, or somebody in your family would have to, I guess, attest to the fact that they will support you. And so you have to show them like your bank statements and stuff like that with a caution. Usually that's like some kind of deposit. So yeah, and you can get this visa if you are parents of children who are legally residents of France. And if you are in a pack is like people who are not married, but they have a contract where they live together at least a year. You have to have been in a pack for at least a year, or you're a religious person like a priest or something like that. You can get this visa. I mean, I don't think you have to be one of these three things, but certainly if you are one of those three things, it helps a lot. And you have to apply for this visa at least 4 months and no less than 2 months before your documents expire, whatever your documents are. So if you are American, you can stay 3 months without having a visa, but after that you're going to need something else to continue to stay. So you would probably want to make that demand almost immediately when you arrive in France, so that you'll have enough time to get all the paperwork processed, right? Other countries may not have the same rights. So for example, I don't know if somebody in India would be able to stay in France for 3 months anyway, the way Americans and maybe Canadians can. I don't know. But whatever the situation, you need to apply at least 4 months, but no later than 2 months before the end of your valid visa documents. All right. And then you would have to, what do you have to give them? What do you have to furnish them with? Visa de long séjour or titre de séjour en cours de validité. Okay, and a copy of your birth certificate, and your passport, or an attestation from your consular with photo, or an identity card with photo, or a consular card or card with photo, or your certificate of nationality of less than 6 months with photo. And you also have to prove your address, your domicile, with no less than or at least 6 months. You need 3 photos, right? So, and you need a medical certificate delivered by OFI, which is a French administrative office. You need proof of your finances that you earn at least 16,000 per month, right? I mean per year, 16,000 per year, sorry. And you also, if you are under somebody's care, they have to provide their proof, and you have to provide you have to swear that you will not work in France, and you have to swear that you have medical insurance, and you have to prove that you can pay the tax, or that you have paid the tax on your visa, and all of the stamps, because when you got a visa, you have to pay like hundreds of dollars worth of stamps, right? So you have to provide proof that that was paid. And then at the end, you have two results. Either it was accepted or it was refused, right? So the stamps on this is 225 euros, right? It's a pricey proposition. And again, you have to prove that you paid that amount. And your card will then be reviewed by the prefecture or sous-prefecture from where you live, okay? And it's not valab. Valab is not English. What is the word in English? It is, oh my God, I can't remember the word. I'm blanking. But it's effective for 1 year. The word is not effective, but you know what I mean. It's oh my God, I'm blanking on the word in English. But for 1 year, you can use this card if it's accepted. Okay, so you must make your application to renew the card online, at least, because you can renew the card after 1 year. It's renewable, but it must be at least 4 months or no less than 2 months before the end of, before the card expires. And again, you would have to pay again $225 worth of stamps. So yeah, that's interesting. If you want to stay a year, you can. It's quite simple. If you have the money, at least 1,300 per month. Or if somebody else can say that they'll pay that for you. And if you don't work in France, and yeah, that's how you do it. So, yeah.